Again, looking at it as an agency, typically, I'm going to just pick a $5 million business here, turnover, total sales. Not talking about media here, this is just, so no commissions, this is just hourly rates. So if your income is circa 5 mil, again in Australia and APAC region, about 60%, which is quite low, is what the utilisation would be for your teams. Now, we're probably targeting 80, 90% for juniors. Business owners might be 30% billable, or they're an overhead, considered rent. They're not even in this mix. But 60% is about normal. So on that distribution curve, 60% would be in the middle. If you don't know what your utilisation is, take a look. And I know you're probably all doing this anyway. You've probably got the finance department doing numbers every month. This is where the game starts. It's really important to get this right. A lot of agencies I work with, when I start working with them, they're probably 50%. That means at lunchtime today, we all go home. Because whatever you're doing in the afternoon, not billable. That means that the other 60, from 60%, the other side, which is 40%, is not billable. So 60% gives us 5 mil. 40%, the other bit, 3 mil, 3.3. There could be some genuine non-billable in here, but that's the game I'm playing for. Give me the money, show me the money. Why have I not got that money in my bank account? That is just being pushed off the table. Now, I'm just using a simple example of 60-40 at the moment. If you've got a higher utilisation, it will obviously change it up. But it's a nice little visual that you could, again, roll out in your business. You could roll it by division, you can roll it by team, you can roll it by person. And that little bit over there, which is actually quite a lot, isn't it, 3 mil, is what you're playing for. Show your teams. Get them to calculate it. Get them to calculate their own. It's pretty important, because if this is what your game is, then play it like it matters. It really does. So let's say of that 40%, maybe there's some investment internally, where we're working on our own website, working on our own socials, we're having WIP meetings. Maybe there's BD in there as well, so you've got some business development. But even if that was half, there's still a good mil, 1.5 in there, that has been pushed off the table that we have no idea why we're not earning that. There'll be a lot of overruns in here. So fixed price quoting and then spending longer that we're not recouping. That's important too, because the only way we're going to get better at that is 2 things. 1, train your people to do it better next time. Spend the time, use some of the non-billable to do it better. Learn from post-mortem, what do we do wrong there? Spend the time, book in 2 meetings, 2 hours is all you need. Assess what went wrong there. Like it matters. So we do it better next time, get better at it. The other part would be scope creep, which happens all the time, and why not? Just make the clients pay for it. So have a change order request process, assess your people on that. So if there's an overrun, did you actually ask your client to pay more? Did you explain why? Don't be shy, this is commercial. I'm certain that they don't, when they're selling their product or service, they might have a little bit of discounting available to them, but they will be charging for the second pair of shoes. Create a program internally where your people understand what's at stake here. For their own personal management, get better at what you do as a team.